I'm sure many of you are studying in tertiary institutions, many of you are pursuing academic degrees, etc. I think it's a given and it's a granted that you are familiar with the phrase oxymoron in the English language. In essence, and I'm no linguist, it's a word with two contradicting sentiments in a common sentence. So by way of example, someone would say deafening silence, or small crowd, or as they would say, pretty ugly, or exact estimate, sweet sour, and the best description, happily married. The best description of oxymoron, happily married. The gentleman had this t-shirt and it was boldly printed, I am married and sufficiently disturbed, don't disturb me more. Anyway, here's something to stimulate your thought process. Open the books of Seerah and study the outstanding qualities and attributes and salient features of the Master sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And the noble companions, may Allah's mercy be upon them, they describe him sallallahu alaihi wasallam as mutawassil al-ahzan da'im at-tabassum. And I was reading this and I said, my Rabb, what is this? He was a man of perpetual grief, yet a permanent smile. He was a man of perpetual grief, yet a permanent smile. Try and reconcile between this in your thoughts and you will know how daunting it is, leave alone to execute it or exhibit it or deliver it. The extent of his perpetual grief was such that the Qur'an had to intervene to rescue him. And the Qur'an said, O Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it might just cost you your life. لَعَلَّكَ بَاخِعٌ نَفْسَكَ عَلَىٰ آثَارِهِمْ إِن لَّمْ يُؤْمِنُوا بِهَذَا الْحَدِيثِ أَسَفًا. Perhaps in your overwhelming passion and lamenting their hostility and antagonism in embracing the truth, it might cost you your life. Yet the flip side of the coin that Jarir ibn Abdullah Bajali radiyallahu anhu said, that whenever I met the Master sallallahu alaihi wasallam by night or by day, at home or otherwise, there was this broad smile which would permeate his entire existence and body. If we listen to the atrocities and we see the carnage and we see the brutality and we see the perpetrators and the aggressors and the tyrants, then surely it justifies perpetual grief. But the seerah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam equally advocates that this has to be done in a balanced perspective to sustain our growth individually as well. Imam Sha'bi rahimahullah, the great tabi'i, somebody asked him, Innaka tamzah. I see that you have a sense of humor to you. In English they say, our 5 senses of humor are incomplete until we don't complement it with a sense of humor. And when I'm saying humor, I'm not talking of pure laughter. I'm talking of celebration with reflection from the legacy of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.